Let me give you 3 words that help me in every single session of D&D I run by simplifying the game and pushing my party forward. Prompt your players. In other words, give them options. Sometimes just a little guidance can go a long way in keeping your session on track, while actually empowering your party to make decisions and drive the story themselves. Here are a few examples of how remembering these 3 words can instantly improve your games. Do you want your party to bite on the plot hooks you prep for the session? Prompt your players by calling attention to the story beats you have planned. If they're the job board that has info on the quest you've prepped, talk about how they see a crowd gathering around it, and the gold coins painted on the edges to signify the rewards. Do you want them to speak with the local wizard? Tell them about the looming tower they see when entering town, and have the mage's apprentice approach them with a proposition. Many DMs, especially new ones, are afraid to push their party in any direction, for fear of taking away their agency and railroading them. But in truth, a lot of players want to follow along with whatever you have planned, so long as they have plenty of freedom in deciding how that quest plays out and its problems are solved. And if they really don't want to engage with something, they'll ignore that plot hook anyway. But unless you prompt them with that option, they'll never even know it was there. Analysis paralysis is a real thing in tabletop games. The party will talk and talk and talk about a problem, jumping back and forth between potential solutions, and next thing you know, the session is over and nothing was decided. One of the best pieces of advice I read years ago was that by prompting your players on their options, you can help them make a call and get back to actually playing the game. After a bit of discussion, remind them of the different plans they put forward, and prompt them to choose a course of action. You're not telling them what to do, but instead focusing them on the ideas they've already presented, so they can pick one and move on. By prompting your players, you've empowered them to actually make a decision without doing it for them. Not every player is a bard, as in, they don't always want the spotlight. But sometimes, especially with newbies that are still trying to find their footing, it can be difficult for certain players to speak up and contribute to the game. You don't just want your most extroverted party members to dictate everything. D&D is a team game after all. You can prompt those players who need a little extra help entering the spotlight by directly addressing them. Ask what their character is doing while everyone is investigating the room, or if they have any thoughts about the current dilemma. They may turn you down, but at least you gave them a chance to contribute to the situation. And if you're running with a big party, being intentional with prompting different players is essential to keeping everyone involved in the action. At the end of the day, we all want to play, and this is an easy way to make that happen. Finally, your players aren't their characters. They're going to forget things between sessions, or miss the cool ability their class has that could help in a tense moment. Rather than punishing them for not being able to recall things their character absolutely would, it's okay to prompt your players by giving them important information they may not remember, or reminding them of those features on their character sheet that could be useful. How they act on that info is still up to them, but at least they now have the full picture. And this applies to combat too. It's easy to get caught up in the action and forget about the things you could be doing on your turn. Prompting your players to use their bonus action, move, or activate the effects of a concentration spell they forgot they had cast is something they'll always thank you for. And then when they get whomped by your monsters anyway, they can't blame you for not giving them the best chance to succeed. And that's a bonus in my book. With just those 3 words, you can help your players engage with the story, make decisions, and have more fun. Prompting your party is something you shouldn't fear as a DM. Giving them options and telling them what to do are 2 very different things. And just like any tool, when used well, it can improve your games and keep your sessions on track. Are there other ways you like to prompt your party while playing, or times it really helped you at the table? I'd love to hear about them in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leaving a like is always appreciated. If you want to see even more, you should subscribe to the Bard's College. I make videos all about D&D, DMing, and everything in between, so there's more to come. But for now, good luck, and remember, crit your players.